guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Taylor and today I'm going to be showing you how I like to attach my granny squares. We're going to be finishing up a blanket that I've been working on for a little bit. I made a bunch of these double-stranded granny squares to kind of use up some stuff in my stash, and it's finally time to attach them, and I'm just going to show you my favorite way to attach granny squares. This is not going to be a granny square tutorial. I can do one of those if you are interested, but for today I am just going to be putting these together and then putting a border on it, so it's more of like how to assemble a granny square blanket, how I like to assemble them, because I like to do it a little bit differently than what other people like to do. So you're going to need your hook. I crocheted these with an 8mm hook, but I'm going to be attaching them with a 10. I found that I sometimes had trouble catching the yarn with the 8 with the double strands. I think that it was just a little too thick, so today I'm going to be using a 10, and I'm going to be double stranding black. So yeah, don't forget to give this video a like, comment down below any tutorial ideas that you have for me to do in the future, and let's get started. Okay, so the first thing for the tutorial is we're actually going to just like lay out how I want the squares to look, and then we'll do a nice big close-up of how I'm actually going to be like stitching the squares together. So first things first, let's like lay these out. I am gonna listen to my audiobook while I do this, so.
Eyes in every passing car, each face becomes familiar, recognizing you. You tore it out of me, a heart so full of unbelief.
Okay, so this is, I think, the best I'm going to get here. I know you can't see it all the way over there. I tried my best to kind of do it in a way where not so many of the ones that are the same like touch. Okay, yeah, actually I made it so no same color ones are at least like completely adjacent. Some are diagonal, but that just is what it is. So next I'm gonna pull you in close and I'm gonna show you how I like to do this. Okay, so I have my 2 strands of black yarn here. I have my 2 skeins over here. What we're going to do is leave enough to sew in at the end. We're going to create a slip knot. And then we're going to take our 10mm hook, stick that on there. And then we're going to take our first 2 squares here. What you're going to do is just like pinch them together. I like to do it in the chain 2 like corner spaces here. So first thing you're gonna do is stick your hook into the chain 2 spaces here. So see 1, 2, and then you're going to yarn over, pull up a loop, and then I also like to crochet over my waste yarn here. So pull over those scraps, then you're gonna yarn over and you'll just have a single crochet right there. So then you're just gonna go down the line, single crocheting them together.
A heart so full of unbelief, the part that others rarely see. She suffered enough, knowing that I won't walk away. And if you could tell, I could see love in these hands that I have.
So you're just gonna do that all the way down till you get to here. So we're at the last single crochet here for these 2 squares. So as you can see, we have these 2 now connected. And what you're going to do to connect the next 2 is you're just gonna pick them up by the 2 chain 2 spaces here. And you're just gonna take your hook, stick it in 1 and 2, pick up your working yarn, and just single crochet right into it. And then you're just gonna single crochet down. I like the look of the stitches kind of being raised. I like the textural element to that. But if you don't like it, you can always put it on like the wrong side so that when you have the right side sticking up, it'll just look like this. But that is completely preference based. So now you're just going to keep crocheting, and that's exactly how you're going to attach the squares. And we're only going to be attaching them horizontally right now. As you can see, we're just doing it like this. These are going to be not connected yet. We're going to do that later. Right now, we're just gonna do this way, and I will check back in with you when we're done with the row. Okay, so we're coming to the end of the row here. So we're just going to keep single crocheting until we get to the end. And then one last single crochet in the chain 2 spaces, chain 1, and then we're going to cut our yarn with enough to weave in at the end. And there you go. So you just have that first row here, and now we're going to go back to the first one and just keep going.
Every passing calm, each face becomes familiar.
Okay, so we have all of them connected vertically. On camera it's vertically. And now I just have to do horizontal. So I am going to start that. It's going to be the same process, but I will show you how I work over these single crochets. It's really not that difficult, but just want to show you just in case there are any questions. So let's hop in. All right, so we're coming up on where that first like single crochet line is. So to, go the cross way, you're just going to single crochet down the granny square like before. Remember to put a single crochet into that chain 2 space there, and then you're just going to keep going. You're not going to chain 1, you're just going to go over. So pretty simple, but then it just creates this nice, box.
Every passing calm, each face becomes familiar, recognizing you. You tore it out of me, a heart so full of unbelief. that others rarely see. She suffered enough, knowing that I won't walk away. And if you could tell, I could see love in these.
Okay, here is the squares all put together, but we're not going to be done yet. If you want to just weave in the ends and call that a blanket, you are more than welcome to do so. This is a blanket, but we're going to put a border on here. It's going to be pretty simple, but I'm still gonna show you how to do it. So weave in your ends, and then I'll meet you back here. All right, hi. I know that it's been so long since we last worked on this blanket. Life really changed after, you know, that last clip. Obviously, we've had a change of scenery, change of lifestyle, change of everything, honestly. And when I said weave in your ends and I will meet you back, I didn't even weave in my ends. So I'm gonna proceed to weave those in, and then we will actually get started on that border. But I just wanted to let you know that yes, you are going to see a scenery change here. If it's a little different, I am sorry. But we're going to finish this blanket. And, you know, actually now it's more appropriate that I have this big cozy blanket for the fall and winter seasons. Okay, so to start the border, choose anywhere to, you know, attach your yarn. It really doesn't matter. I'm choosing here to show you the start of it and then the corner right away. So what you're going to do, attach your yarn to your hook, and then attach your yarn, attach it on the right side because we're going to be, you know, making single crochets on the right side. So let's just start right here. We're just going to single crochet. And then on the corner here, you're just going to single crochet one, chain one, and then you're going to place one more single crochet in there. And that will be your turn for each corner of the blanket. And then you're just going to, you know, keep single crocheting across. All right, so I will meet you back at the beginning here, and then we will do the next round. So we're coming up on the end of this single crochet row. So we're just going to do our last couple. And then you're going to slip stitch into that first single crochet. Chain one, and then we're going to do stacked single crochets. So we have that chain one, then we're just going to go inside, pull up a loop, single crochet, and then slip through the third loop, up, pull through, and then you're just going to double crochet for an entire round, right on top of all of those single crochets that we just did. All right, and then we have arrived to that chain 1 space here. And so what we're going to do is we're actually going to place 3 double crochet in there for the turn. 2, 3, and then you will keep going on your way. So it is pretty tight here, but so we have the 3, and then you're going to double crochet and just keep on going. So here's what we got so far, and I will meet you back at the beginning. So we're coming up on the last few double crochet stitches of the entire blanket. How exciting! So we're just going to finish off these last few here. And then we're going to slip stitch into our 2 stacked single crochets here. Chain 1 and then cut with enough to weave in the ends. Pull through, weave that in, and that, my friends, is your big chunky granny square blanket. Perfect to throw in your car or use as a picnic blanket. It is definitely a true like throw size. It's not, you know, any bigger, any smaller, just a really good kind of multi-purpose blanket. Thank you so much for following this tutorial today. It definitely has been sitting in my folder for too long, but I'm so happy to finally be getting it out to you guys. Let me know in the comments below what kind of tutorials you would like next, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.